Content warning: the following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can they hear us right now?
They can hear us right now.
They couldn't hear us before.
Yeah, when you said the rapist joke, they couldn't hear us. So that was a good save.
Okay.
That was a good save.
It wasn't even a joke. I was talking about a bit. So why are you doing that to me?
It's a bit.
Why are you doing that to me?
I really loved the
that
bit.
Was
when
rude.
a baby dies. What was that? What was that short?
That was good.
That was really.
Folks, good Friday evening to you.
Or bad Friday evening.
Or bad Friday, you know. It's
if you're having a bad
good.
Friday evening,
yeah.
we're not gonna gaslight you. We're not gonna try and say you're having a good Friday evening.
We'll greet you as according to how you would like, but you just let us know in the comments. How about
Sometimes sorrow is more meaningful than joy. You know.
Think about
some of the most beautiful songs in history. Some of the most beautiful art.
Absolutely.
You know, it stems from deep.
Well, I mean, when a butterfly comes out of the cocoon, is it not
tragedy?
Not, tearing through?
Yeah, and then when a 7-year-old literally just runs by and
destroying,
bites it out of
creation
the air.
and destruction all at the same time.
Yeah,
folks, this is the Brew
with
Brotherwife. Where Ben, there's also a game show
that doesn't have a camera that works right now,
and we are trying to have a camera that works in your world.
Have a podcast.
And a game show.
Oh. Goddamn fucking charger.
Oh.
I'm allowed to say goddamn fucking charger 10 seconds into the show, right?
No, you definitely are. You definitely are.
Today I'm allowed to do that.
Absolutely. Folks, for us it's been a little bit of a trying time. I had a rough go a couple days ago. Last 2 days have been pretty good, but this guy's you're like an antelope. You're like Mufasa to the antelopes right now. Yeah, no, it's a problem.
I am Mufasa to the antelopes.
Yeah,
I really am Mufasa. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
Thank you for noticing that I'm Mufasa to the antelopes.
Come out. And one thing is, I got acupuncture this week for the first time, so that was cool. And it actually is. The problem is when you get acupuncture, you cannot also have anxiety, because because one, there was a stinging needle in my fucking stomach, and I'm just like, yo, what's up, y'all? What up? Howdy. There was a stinging needle in my stomach, and she put in about probably like 20 needles or something like that, and then she's like, hey, if anything feels like weird or not right, just let me know. And then she put one in. It was one of the last ones she put in, and it was the only one that felt uncomfortable.
You're like, that one's weird.
I didn't say anything because I was like, I think it'll pass.
Did it stay uncomfortable?
It stayed uncomfortable for a little while, and then because it was one of the last ones she put in, then she shortly left the room after. And so I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, do I say something? Do I not? She says she's gonna be back in 40 minutes. I was like, but I don't want to move because I don't know what the fuck is happening. What sorcery is gonna happen if I fucking start like moving my limbs? It's gonna like recirculate the shit and make me gay or something, you know?
Yeah.
So
this is really reminding me of something that happened to me recently.
So then I'm just like, hello? And then nothing, and then I'm like,
hello?
Hello? And so she comes out, she's like, everything okay?
She's like, I was about to fucking smash a super hard level on Candy Crush, fucker!
Goddamn pussy!
You're like,
are you gay or something?
Are you gay or something?
She's a Chinese Southern woman.
Oh, is she?
No.
That would be...
But I would trust her in an acupuncture sense, probably.
I wouldn't, for sure. That would just be too disruptive for me.
Yeah, no,
it would be too disruptive for me.
Yeah.
And if you are, you know what? If one of the viewers right now is a Chinese Southern woman,
acupuncturist,
please call in. Please
call in.
Call in.
206-898-1994.
206-898-1994. And in fact, anybody that's watching, if you want to call in, go ahead and give us a call. Particularly if you
My phone's on 8%, so I have room for like one caller.
Now.
Literally call now. 206-898.
He's got room for one caller or 3 Chinese Southern women in the back of his pickup truck. He's actually got a thing.
But I was like, yeah, I don't want to fuck myself up, so I just said hello. She came in, she adjusted it, and then it was still fucked up. And then so I called her in again, adjusted again, and everything was fine. But I've been having like weird pains. Like I had like a weird pain in like my stomach, and then like like my heart has been hurting a little bit today.
Since then?
That's the anxiety point where I'm just like, okay, I'm having new pains that I have never really felt, and I just got acupuncture for the first time, and so I'm just like,
this is the process of healing, man. This is how Eastern medicine works. You know, you restoring all of that stuff.
I
in your
think the Chinese are
chakras.
trying to kill us.
You restoring all that stuff? No, you restoring
I'm
that
either
stuff in your
more
chakras.
likely to be killed, or I'm just.
Did you get the
morbidly
sack
obese,
yet? Did
one
the
of the
sack
two.
come out yet?
The sack.
After your first acupuncture.
What?
I don't know. You know,
Jesus
sack
Christ.
comes out of your butt. It's like a little sadness baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You're supposed to kill it and then eat it, but if you don't,
If you don't in time,
it
it grows up to be just like you.
grows up to be just like you, a mirror reflection. And the neatest part is, you think this is the dope part. You're both immortal, and for like 30 years, you're like, whoa, okay, cool little butt sack thing.
Yeah.
But then you
It
realize
starts to be
immortality
quite the
is actually
burden.
the greatest curse. I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking about, you know, what if heaven is this? You get to die at the end. What if hell is actually immortality?
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of a good point.
Right?
You never get some rest. Never get no rest, not have way, no how. I mean, I'm sure at the end. Just like right now, you felt different when you were 13. You're gonna feel different when you're 80.
Yeah.
And people that want to live forever right now, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just interesting because it's like almost assuming that you're gonna always. It's almost not accepting life in a certain way. It's trying to like hold on. I think it's almost like fear. It's like.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, it's fear. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and it's
definitely fear.
I mean, it sucks to die, obviously. I'm not trying to die, but I'm just kind of like, I feel like I will feel different if I make it to 80. I will be like,
yes, I
take
think
me
probably
out.
take me out tonight.
Be my little baby.
Babe.
Yeah, I want to be a little dead baby. Come on.
Be my little...
Come on.
Be my little Hades. You know, because when you die, you go to Hades. Do you guys know about
Hades?
that?
Yeah.
You guys know about Hades?
You're all going to Hades, anybody watching this.
It's the
Hades is
Kaminos
just-
Island's version of hell.
The Kamino Island?
Yeah.
What?
It's not. It's Greek.
Tyler took ketamine moments before starting this show. Oh, tell me about, tell the folks about this story that you were fucking the gas station lady.
Oh my god, you guys.
This shit's wild,
Yeah,
you guys.
I was up at the gas station.
And by the way,
like a month ago.
really, if I may, sorry, I fucking hate this gas station because
does.
it smells like literally fried maple syrup,
Yeah, here.
rancid.
Yeah, I can smell it. Just a little bit. It's gotten better over time.
But
it has gotten better
But
over
my
time.
lovely girlfriend Roxana says that it doesn't, and Tyler also says that it doesn't.
I mean, no. I'm gonna admit in this one moment right now, it does. It does. It smells like grease. It smells like bad grease.
Yeah, but you always gaslit me forever then because you said it doesn't smell that bad. in there.
Yeah, I did gaslight.
Wait, wait. Are you serious?
Yeah, no. Allison and I have always, the whole time we've known, she hates the smell. When I come home, she says, "Oh yeah, it smells." I gaslight you forever. Yeah. It's been an absolute misery doing business with you.
This motherfucker. He likes to play games.
I like to play games.
He likes to be in God mode.
But then you do get this nice little thing where I come clean and
This
you realize
isn't
that I'm
nice.
actually an atrocious person.
yeah, this isn't nice.
Well, but I'm building up your defenses.
Yeah.
I'm building up your defenses.
One time I did acid with a friend. I won't say his name because it's a very there's
a
only
whole
so many
thing.
of them.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, there's you would know who I'm talking about. He had said that he had, oh fuck, this is actually a little bit wild. So there was this girl that I was friends with when I was growing up, and I moved from Stanwood to Kingston, and I was I don't know, not really friends with this chick, but then she wanted to be friends with me. Jaren, you remember Jaren?
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah,
Jaren.
and then we became homies. Yeah, sorry, Jaren, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna out you. So Jaren, that's also a fucking particular.
That's a really I've got to imagine there's less than 1,000 Jarens on the planet. No, is that a fuck up? You tell your story. I'm gonna look it up.
So I'm just gonna say Quentin. Then sorry, I outed both. It was Quentin and Jaren. They fucked on my bed when I was 15.
Oh,
They fucked in the Jeff Beach house. They fucked on the bed before
That's
I even
not-
fucked on the bed.
That's not.
But Quentin told me about it
Like, hey,
No,
dude.
he told me about it when we were like, he told me about it like 10 years later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, guiltily on acid. On acid, he was like, I swear to God. And he thought that like Jaren was like my girl. Like he thought that like, I guess, sorry, Quentin, I shouldn't tell you. But yeah. And it was funny because I was just like, oh no, it's all good. Like I didn't like, she was literally just like a friend. We became friends. We weren't even that close, but then we became a lot closer after she left. Mm-hmm. It was a weird friendship that happened. I'm thinking back, maybe she liked me. I don't know. But yeah.
Probably.
Potentially, yeah.
You missed out.
I missed out. But she was there for all my mom shit. Like she actually is like an old school fucking homie.
Shout out, Jared. Call in. I should call her. He's probably got 6% left. He's probably got 6% on the battery left.
206-898-1994. That's it. 206-898-1994, folks. Folks, one of the things that we do here on The Brew is we read you the news stories that you want to hear.
Nay, need to hear.
You want to take this first one?
Yeah, Jay, sure, I'll kick it off. Arkansas police chief accused of beating, stranding suspect in rural area faces kidnapping charge. This is written by Eric Legata, a name that I actually like pretty well.
More like Eric Legato, you slow bitch.
More like Eric Restrado, which is a slope whore. I relearned that today.
Wow.
I had a.
Is it Restrado?
Ristretto. Fuck. It's Ristretto. And it's a short pour, not a long pour.
Wait, that's what we...
Is that what I said?
No, I said slow, and you said short. The short can be slow. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself, guy. It's literally been... It's been one. It's been one.
A police chief in a small southeast Arkansas town was arrested this week and charged with the suspected kidnapping of a man who is a man who he is accused of driving to a remote location, beating, and leaving stranded. You know, that's a pretty good way to get away with it as a cop. You're like, no, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
He's fucking wildin', bro.
Yeah.
He was
literally on
drunk?
meth.
He was literally
I've
on
never
meth.
seen this man.
Don't you love that as a cop you can force people to do drugs?
That's
a real thing. That's a real move. You can just
you can
fucking
plant. You don't even have
them.
them. You can plant them. The drugs.
I don't know. For me, it's a lot better if they plant the drugs and they force you to do the drugs.
Okay. Yeah.
For two reasons. One, because if you're gonna get fucking wrecked by the law, you might as well get a little high beforehand.
Absolutely.
And then two,
during.
And I actually have experience with that.
Yeah, lay into that.
But two, I can't remember what I was gonna say. One time I was at the casino. Oh, folks.
Should we tell this story? Should we tell the
Should
fucking?
we tell this story in
yeah,
60
let's
minutes?
tell the gas station story. Tell the gas station story.
One time I was at the casino. One time I was at the casino and I was getting lit, ladies and gentlemen. I was I was riding hard. I was sullying the smiling name. Okay, I was tarnishing my family crest. I was getting all hopped up on like multi funk. I was getting like the funk that you could smell off of me it was bluesy.
Zesty.
It was 70s. I was on 3 different good strong drugs, and we wandered into the casino lit as shit.
Lit as shit.
And apparently they have cameras in the parking lot and were just watching us do a shitload
That
of
still
drugs.
baffled me.
I was like. They're looking in the car. Yeah. They're looking in the cars on the
I mean, they're
actually doing their job.
Yeah, they're so well funded. They probably have a shit ton of people back there monitoring. I gotta think it's a fucking
they
casino.
saw us. We were on some Molly. We were on some coke, and we wander on into that. That casino, and they got us in about 5 minutes, and they dragged us back to like a crazy part of the building. Like you're in like the casino, and there's like no windows, and there's like fucking flashing lights everywhere, and there's another part that has no windows, and that's it. There's just no fucking windows, and a DEA agent whose name is Eric. Here's the fun part, though. You're high as fuck on Molly. So Eric, the scary DEA agent. Oh no! Oh God, no! Eric. He's a really fucking decent guy that you kind of want to get to know because everyone has a beautiful inner light. And what happened is they separated us out. Eric takes me back to a room and he's talking to me, and I'm just bearing my goddamn soul. And we get to
To
know
Eric?
Eric. Yeah, to Eric, to
What,
the security guards. There's 3 security guards and there's Eric.
And all our friends too, right?
And then 4 of us.
Yeah.
There's 4 of us, and we're all
I was
on
not
Molly.
there.
We're all on Molly, so we're like, oh, hey guys, oh, you wanted to talk to us in the back about something? What's going on? Like, we literally, by the end of it, I talked to Eric for a while, and by the end of it, he said, you guys are the nicest people we have ever almost arrested on drugs. And he said, unfortunately, we have to kick you out tonight. Like, we have to. Like, there's no choice here. But you guys, hey, don't drive, okay? You can't drive. You're not gonna drive, right? We're gonna call you a cab. You guys go out to the front. I gotta have my guards with you. It's just kind of a formality. We go out. We're with the guards. And the guards play, what's the game where you have the word on your head and people have to guess it? Heads Up. We play Heads Up with the fucking security guards for about 20 minutes. And they literally were like, hey, it was really nice to meet you on our way out. So the power of, if you're going to get caught doing drugs, folks, I highly suggest getting caught doing Molly. Because there's an 80% chance you'll just lovey-dove your way right out of it.
So should you just always kind of be ready to pop a little malls, like if you're about to be detained?
I think that's a fucking great idea, Jeff.
God damn.
Let's put that, you heard it here first.
Pocket Molly.
Pocket Molly.
A new brother-wife...
a new brother-wife move.
A new brother-wife lifestyle,
We don't deal drugs, we just deal alternatives, right? We deal alternatives to situations.
Well, we deal
and if one of those
humanity.
alternatives, we deal humanity. We
Come
deal
on.
love.
Have
We're
you
love
taken
dealers.
Adderall? Take Adderall and talk to anybody.
Take Adderall and talk to
You're
anybody.
going to have a very moving experience.
One of my favorite nights ever was me, Allison, and Derek went to the casino. Actually, again, a lot of casino times with this guy. And we took like 60 milligrams of Adderall each and dressed up in like wild ass shit. Like I was in like no shirt with my sleeveless sweater vest and like big garnet glasses like fucking this big and like a fucking boa around my neck and all this shit.
This is when you were young, right? Like
This
18?
is like 18 or something.
Yeah.
And we go and we're just every single miserable 75-year-old person who's just sitting there just grinding for a jackpot. We just cannot keep our fucking dicks off them. We just, oh, what's your name? Oh my God! Oh, your name's Nancy. Oh my God! How long have you been in Kitsap? We fucking these poor old fucks.
Wait, so
they
wait.
wanted to get away and they couldn't. They had hips.
Wait, you target? Yeah, that's funny.
We were targeting the elderly.
Well, you targeted like the real curmudgeony like people, or you just targeted
anyone that was near us.
I
Anyone
see.
that was near us.
Okay, and then I was like, oh, were you trying to do like a little experiment? You're trying to bring your life into their world?
I mean, we did kind of come to that realization that we were probably bringing life into the world, or
they probably fucking hated
they
you.
probably fucking.
They're so
hated us,
cynical and bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You lose all your money gambling. It's a
grinding the
bad
jackpot
feel.
at the casino as a 75-year-old is not a good look. It's
Horrific.
not a good look. Yeah.
So sad.
And if one of you guys out there is a 75-year-old grinding for a jackpot right now, get off your fucking phone. Don't watch Brotherwife. Focus. You think you're gonna make that money if you don't focus?
The thing is, you need to hit the spinning slot movers in the right order.
Yeah, you got
when motherfuckers do that shit.
I love
I'm like,
watching
fuck you.
that.
You think you're... I don't even know if this is right because I haven't seen the movie, but enough societal references can tell me, do you think you're Rain Man? So double check that. People that know Rain Man. I think Rain Man's a guy that does number. Do you know Rain Man?
Yeah.
What's Rain Man?
Rain Man?
Yeah. Is he a numbers guy?
He was a numbers guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the
Rain
movie.
Man.
He's a genius. I don't
is
know.
it?
Did he do card counting? No, he didn't do card counting. He was just a genius.
I
He
think
stayed in a hotel. I remember a hotel scene in the movie. That's all. If anybody in the...
did Rain Man get his dick wet, though?
I don't think he did, man. That's
Why?
the part with like mental health.
Fucked.
With like mental health, like...
If he lived in Sweden, he would.
Like, there are cultural incels... But then there's like mental health and like disability incels.
Right,
and
but unless you get to a
cultural
certain...
incels,
But
it's
Stephen
like,
Hawking proved otherwise. You know
Can
what I
level
mean?
with you?
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking thing wasn't real.
Are you fucked?
I'm fucked, but I'm not fucking with you. I'm fucked, but I'm not fucking with you. Yeah.
I cannot believe this.
Yeah, I know.
I can because that's brilliant!
Yeah.
Of course!
Yeah.
That is an iron hot herring!
Oh,
I already said that!
Can we just start doing fake crimes?
But I already fucking said... was that purposeful or was that just an internet rumor? What was it? They was like, oh, that... Like, how do you... How?
I mean, we can read up on it again. Yeah, it was an internet rumor started by a particular guy, but yeah, no, it wasn't in the documents anywhere. It wasn't in the documents anywhere.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
You know, It brought a lot of joy. Poor Stephen Hawking.
So
the number one search for fucking Stephen Hawking is Stephen Hawking Epstein.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking Epstein Island.
So here's the thing. When I heard it, I was kind of like, how does this? It's too on the nose. But then I was just thinking, like, when you're a great mind like Stephen Hawking, like maybe like, there, like no, you don't. Anything else is redundant. You're like to the point. Like, I'm not gonna. There's no like adjacent kink. Like it is this. Like you are too small to do problems. Like
there's I don't think that Stephen Hawking can commit an abuse of power. You know, like we talk about abuse of power.
Real quick though, he is on the island. So
he is on the island.
He is on the island really quick. So I think
he is on the island. He is on the island. So that part was not.
Yeah.
He was on the island.
But all of that other shit.
What kind of plane do you think they had to take to get in there?
Okay, so that. I don't know.
Do people in wheelchairs have to take special planes? They must have to take special planes.
They
right?
must. I
mean,
mean, I was talking to a guy today that works. Who he works as the fucking this guy.
Oh, the flagger guy.
Yeah, the flagger guy, and he.
Rush.
I know, and he was just talking about how there's a bunch of celebrities that like he just was like, oh, the private plane actually the amount of private planes flying you wouldn't believe. Basically, like that's what he said to me. Like it's just like people feel like people have cars, people have planes. Like people are just out here, or people are renting planes.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Oh, I would love to rent. How much does it cost to rent a plane? Probably costs
Probably
five G's plus.
How much to
rent a private plane? If it's only 2 G's, actually, I'm like destitute and my business is crumbling around me. So never mind.
I mean, yeah, it's hard because I need
crumbling around me. I'm being dramatic.
So it's $2,000 to $14,000 per billable flight hour. So it could, if we took a 1 hour flight, it could be $2,000.
Okay.
In flight hours, and then I'm sure there's other.
So we could kick off our tour from Seattle to Vancouver with a
flight.
And then drive back to pick up my drums.
Right. Like, okay, so we did blow the budget on the way back.
So we don't have gas.
So we don't have gas.
So we're going to be hitchhiking.
We're starting a GoFundMe.
Folks, I've got a backpack that's 4 feet wide and 6 feet tall. It's just all my drums. I developed permanent spinal sclerosis.
Yeah, scoliosis.
Tuberculosis. Thank you. Tuberculosis, sclerosis of the liver, tuberculosis.
Curcumin.
Come on down to Kirkland.
Should we try out our new bit? Did you finish reading this news story even?
No.
Okay.
No.
Should we do the bit of the news story?
Fuck it. Let's do the bit.
Okay, let's do the bit. Can you pull it up?
You just keep reading the news story and I'll sort this out.
Okay.
Or talk about something. You know, if you want to talk about something, by all means.
You know, what am I going to talk about? Stephen Hawking. I'll talk about him. Actually, no. I'll talk about... Sorry, I don't know why, but Stephen Hawking made me think of Ray Charles. Okay. Don't know why, but I do have a joke about Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. And it's just that... It's a stand-up premise, so don't crucify me.
Okay, we won't crucify you.
It is a little bit wild, right? Like Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder? Like what are the fucking odds that at the exact same time a blind black musical genius would be like two blind... One is crazy. Two is like, what the fuck is happening? I think it was a bad batch of cornbread. So that's the joke. Black folks love cornbread, as do we all, but they eat it more during that time.
Before I started my raw diet, I actually ate in 12 hours a giant cake of cornbread, like this big and then like this tall.
Dude, I had corn. You like it from that one fucking place,
Danny's. I got it from Danny's. Hey, anybody in Kitsap?
He's a cornbread hoe.
I'm a cornbread fed motherfucker.
Yo.
That's for real. That's for real.
So one of the things that we're trying to do. We stopped doing the Smile and Dial where we would call local businesses and offer...
Did you send them to me?
Oh, no, it's just thispersondoesnotexist.com.
Okay.
So we stopped Smile and Dialing because we didn't want to shock ourselves anymore because we were afraid of... on that segment, we're still shocking ourselves. Don't fucking get your panties in a wad. We didn't want to, one... carry on a bit that we didn't know if it was lit or not, and then two, We didn't want to fucking...
If the bit ain't lit, we quit. If
the bit ain't lit, we quit. And then we also don't risk, like, literal spinal damage. And you know, shocking yourself a lot is, I guess, not that cash money for your biologicals. Like, that's the word on the street. So we're going to not do that as much for a bit that ain't lit, but we're trying to add new bits every day because, folks, we want to make this an entertaining hour and 10 minutes.
So, do you think that this is a rapist? Or an AI-generated image?
Is it this person? Literally, you can see. Oh, you can't? Okay. Okay, so we're trying to fuck around with this bit. I think it would be fun. Okay, we could do a couple things. One, I think it'd be funny to see. This is a person that doesn't exist. It's an AI generated image. We could say what their crime is. We could kind of like, you know.
Sure.
Or Tyler had the idea also, which I love. We could do, is this a rapist or an AI generated? And I think that's hilarious, but we have to find rapists.
We have to stage it. We have to stage the rapist.
But then also, most of these people are not, they don't look like like rapists kind of look like rapists, right? So you have to get a more
What happens if I
up...
look up good-looking rapist? Good-looking... Wait, I've got to go to incognito mode. This is shared with my entire... Oh, wait. Okay, all of my... Shit. Stop. Okay. Oh, wait, they can't see this part. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Oh, because... Oh, I see. Yeah. He almost just swatted himself almost.
Good-looking rapists.
Come on.
I think we're going to get...
Show me
there we go.
something.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
That's a decently looking rapist.
It's not a great looking rapist.
Not the best.
This guy...
it's going to be really easy to tell who the rapist is.
Yeah.
Unless you could do an AI-generated rapist. Is there this person does not exist who's a rapist?
What's this? Too handsome to be a rapist, huh? Here we go. Too handsome
this guy, I mean, he looks like
he's not too handsome to be a rapist.
He looks like he's kind of like a good singer.
Darius Mathis? I don't know.
I could see him being a good singer for sure. His legal team have a perfectly logical explanation for why he could not possibly have kidnapped, carjacked, and raped a 24-year-old woman 2 years ago. He's just too fine looking.
He's just too fine.
He doesn't need that, though. I think it was their official statement.
So far everyone has looked like a... I mean, even in this one, he looks like a rapist.
And you know what's crazy? Like, because if you look at the child registry, they include the fucking pictures. Mm-hmm. And I've said this before. People who are child molesters actually do fucking look like child molesters.
Here we go. He does not... That does not... Okay, but something.
He's a fucking date rape college rapist. That's his look.
He's
a frat rapist. Like, that's his vibe.
He looks kind, though. Outside of the instances of extreme... No, you don't think so?
No,
Is his smile too big?
He looks...
I think there's a point...
Okay, I could see... He looks innocent,
He looks like a Mormon.
Yes, exactly. He looks Mormon, yes.
Can a Mormon be a rapist?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, I was just checking.
Most are, I thought. Is that not right? Wait, remember H.E. though? She was with the fucking Mormon guy?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, Tyler and I had a weird budding sexual experience.
There is a way that everyone involved in a sexual encounter can accidentally be a rapist.
Absolutely.
We didn't know that until...
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying sometimes you make
okay, not us.
No, but not us.
Okay, because
contextually
you were almost gonna sound like you were piggybacking. So I just double check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No. And if I was, I'd never.
Because I said we had a budding sexual experience, then you said, turns out there's situations where everybody can be a rapist.
Well, I was saying that. But it's
Okay, so you were.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is nihilism, TT. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's outing people. He's outing himself. He's doxed himself.
So I think maybe what we can safely say here, folks, is that at a certain point, when somebody goes like this with their mouth, you can measure the circumference of the mouth, and at a certain point, if it's bigger than that, guaranteed
they are
a rapist.
Unfortunately.
Guaranteed a rapist.
It's kind of like if your hand fits over your head, you get cancer, but the real one. This one's actually real.
Yeah. So it's 12 and a half inches. If the circumference of the mouth is over 12 and a half inches, you got yourself a rapist right there.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that people with small mouths can't also be rapists, because they can.
Right.
But
It's highly unlikely.
It's highly unlikely. It's really like the safest. They use it in court. They use it in lawless countries where there is no court. I mean, it's kind of the global
standard. It's a quite
standard.
sophisticated gold star method, honestly.
The company that produces the mouth measuring tool is actually made a killing.
The rape radius.
They've made a rape radius, the RR. They've made a raping.
Yeah, they've pillaged
so,
the market.
I mean, you know, there are
all right,
some...
I don't want to look at this fuck's face anymore.
Okay,
I don't want to look at this guy. And I'm not even grandstanding about the rapist thing. I just really don't like the way he looks.
He actually is pretty hot, though. This guy, he does look.
He's literally on Cosmo. He's literally, this criminal's mugshot went viral because he's hot. That's happened a few times, folks.
I'm not going to say he's not.
The thing is he has piercing blue eyes. He's a light-skinned black man. So it's like...
Are you right? Yeah, I guess you are.
He feels
and
black
the jawline?
Well, and then the tattoo up to the... It's fucked.
He's got it going on.
Well, that's funny that's the mugshot. Like...
If you're looking that fly in your mugshot...
Come on! Throw a filter on him. You're gonna...
Yeah. No.
You're gonna do a couple things in the bathroom.
But you can, if you put this one up on Rapist or Not, you're gonna say yeah.
Absolutely.
But you're gonna say...
But what's the problem?
What's the problem?
What's the problem? No. Okay, so I have a person here that this guy definitely looks like a rapist. He does. He looks. I mean, honestly, he looks like a child molester.
Yeah, he does.
Unfortunately.
So maybe what we do is we have to really go through that this person does not exist in order to get the questionable ones. You know, we could do that.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. So maybe refresh on.
So what do you guys think?
What do you guys think about? I mean, it would be fun to just kind of to riff on what they did. Let's try that. Let's try that for a second.
Person does not exist.
So, folks, if you don't know, this person does not exist.com. It's just literally.
Try it out.
Okay. Well, this person's definitely not a rapist. I mean, I sure hope not. How young? How young?
I mean, I think...
But you know what this does remind me of?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, 100%.
Which is very funny.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
But see, I feel like he's an executive producer. So it's not like, there's a big difference between
it's like a quid pro quo.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like
absolutely.
He pays him off.
Do you want to keep your job?
This is he works for the WWE.
He works for the WWE.
He literally works for the WWE.
He's Vince McMahon's cousin.
Bitch boy.
He's Vince McMahon's bitch boy. Surprisingly. Okay, I really do have to ask though, male or female?
I mean, yeah. Is this person does not exist getting real fucking progressive on
folks,
us?
The bottom
Are they throwing trans in here too?
The bottom of the face looks like, I think, male to me, but kind of halfway through the nose up, top female.
See, I kind of have
You disagree?
I feel like it looks like Jackie Chan a little bit. Am I wrong? Am I wrong to see Jackie Chan here?
I think so.
Here, let me get Jackie Chan.
They're like 24 shades too white for Jackie Chan, bro. Maybe not 24. 12 shades.
I mean, fuck me up, but I'm not.
Jackie Chan had a big nose.
He does. Yeah, he's got a big old honker.
Mr. It does not exist. Could you? He's got a big old honker. That's Ellen DeGeneres.
Okay, that person's absolutely a rapist.
Yeah, and it is Ellen DeGeneres' older sister.
Wait,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Cross-eyed.
Cross-eyed, yeah.
Is that cross-eyed? I guess if you focus on something really close, if you focus on your nose, you go cross-eyed. So maybe she's just looking at her nose.
I would say not a rapist.
I would also agree with that.
I would probably say not a rapist.
Probably not.
That's a tough one.
Could be,
sure.
50-50.
He could be the most wholesome dad you've ever fucking met.
Yeah.
Like, he goes to the school and cooks like a pancake breakfast.
He's got such a genuine smile.
Yeah.
You know, he's got such a genuine smile. Mm-hmm. But then again, does he?
Absolutely.
You kind of wonder.
Absolutely.
You're laying in bed at night, you hear a creak in the hallway.
And you're like,
is Daddy who he says he is? That's dark. I'm sorry, guys. Like Jeff said, it's Nihilist TT tonight.
Oh my god, not a rapist. Probably
could be one of the
teachers.
Yeah,
it would have to be a teacher.
It would
have to be a
rapist.
teacher.
Yeah.
It's the only fucking
It's
way.
always that seems like the only time that, that females do, or at least that females get publicly.
Yeah, I want to say yes for him, but I actually want to say no. He's like a German scientist.
Yeah, he's a mathematician.
He's a very. I mean, it's not just
very
the glasses.
respectful.
Yeah, he's got the head of a smart man.
He does. I like this game. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep. Politician, weird shit's happening.
He's getting. The one nice thing about him though is that he is getting pegged too.
Oh yeah, no.
He's getting pegged.
Well, because he's such a powerful guy in real life.
He really needs
he likes to
he has
be
to
submissive.
Role play the downside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he has to role play the downside sometimes. No,
I think not for her.
She's beautiful though.
She's nice. Yeah. Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, something happened. She's not a rapist, but she does have
something.
There's
Is
something
she
going on.
actively getting bukakied?
Is
that what's happening?
I think maybe somebody's strangling her to death. Like if you
look at, okay.
You know, the fingers around the throat.
Absolutely.
So the answer is no. Okay. And is this our last one? Absolutely. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
The thing is, I think it happened.
He that day.
It happened that day. Yeah.
That day.
And that's where that look comes from.
Absolutely.
There's something. There's something kind of almost a little radical about him. You know, he's got kind of a radical.
No, the thing is, he made a bad decision and he is a bad person, but he had a rough fucking go.
And I think it happened when he was like 14, maybe.
Something traumatic?
Yeah. Well, no. I feel like he did something bad at 14, and now he's
I'm too far gone.
He's 21 now. He's 22 now.
Oh, really? I see him as like 17.
You see him as 17?
Yeah, I see him as like one of those 17-year-olds that like got. When
17 or 22? Below 17 or 22.
Folks, 206-898-1994. Go ahead and give us a call here.
You're still at 8%.
Yeah, that's nice. That's huge.
Okay, one more for the road. One more for the road. One more for the road.
Unfortunately, yes. Just there's former drug use, and that's the problem. I think I can't trust anybody that has former drug use to the point where your face is changed. That is just from my personal traumas. I can't actually fully trust from my personal traumas.
So it's kind of like face blindness, but not face blindness. It's a similar.
Yeah.
It's a very.
I'm face racist against people that have visible drug damage.
Face druggist.
And you can just tell.
Yeah.
You can literally just tell.
You can.
It's insane. It's insane.
Hey Max, double door has failed.
The double door has failed.
Folks, one of the things we do here on the Brew is we read you the news you want to hear.
Need to hear.
In other news today, we have got. Oh shit! This is great. Harsh, if you ever watch this, you're probably following the shit out of this one. What's up with it? Do you know about the City Chiefs fans that are dead and all that?
Well, that's
shit?
what this is.
Well, that's what this is, but it's been like a whole hoopla.
So
it's been all over the place.
So I haven't actually heard that much about it, but
is this yours?
That is mine. I'll grab one. But what's funny about it is so there was because this game I don't maybe it was rescheduled, maybe it wasn't, but this was like maybe one of the coldest games ever. It was like -3 or some shit. It was fucked city. And these guys are out there playing football and the fans are out there too. And there's this guy Kadarius Toney that's just like he's just like renowned basically for or he's infamous for fucking botching plays and shit. And they were just like, you dying in the cold watching Kadarius your last thing is watching Kadarius Toney fumble.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but that happened beforehand, and I was like, funny joke. Motherfuckers actually died, I guess. Yeah. And I haven't heard that much about it, but you have. Huh?
Well, I've just seen it in headlines. I haven't read about it. I haven't heard about it. I think there's three people.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is yours. This is yours, baby.
So toxicology report back for Kansas City Chiefs fans found frozen to death.
I mean, I think it feels pretty open and shut.
Yeah.
They froze to death. It was -3 degrees out. They had a few too many beers. One neat thing that you guys should all probably know, I mean, really, fuck it. You don't really need to know it probably, but, you know, if it saves one life, it saves one life.
Okay.
Don't drink and sleep outside.
Wait, really?
When it's cold out. Yeah, when you drink, it actually lowers your body temperature and reduces your body's ability to raise its temperature. So you're, like, way more likely to freeze to death if you're drunk.
Wow.
And it seems counterintuitive because you're like, warm up with a little bit of whiskey.
Right, but it's like a false warmth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Here, you read that and I'll look it up.
That's insane.
Then give a little expose on it.
A family member confirmed to Fox News Digital. Damn, they didn't even get the real Fox News.
Oh, jeez.
The preliminary toxicology results had been released for the 3 Kansas City men who were found dead in the snow 2 days after the game day gathering. 2 days after they were found, they lay there for 2 days. Family members of David Harrington, Clayton McGeeney, and Ricky Johnson told Fox 4 that they learned police had received the report.
I mean, I guess the thing is, if one guy is dying of freeze, you do kind of think, one of the other guys is like, Clayton, you okay down there, buddy? For all 3 of them to, were they doing something? They were doing something.
They were doing something gay.
They were doing
something gay.
Yeah, they were doing
David, Clayton, and Ricky were getting it sticky.
David Clayton and Ricky were getting it sticky.
Told Fox, Harrington's father confirmed the release to Fox News Digital on Thursday night. Quote, there have been no additional details on this case or the reports revealed to any media, nor are there any plans at this time. The Kansas City Police Department Captain Jacob Bacina told Fox News Digital on Thursday evening. The case remains an ongoing death investigation. Both KCPD detectives and the Platte County Prosecutor's Office have been in touch with the deceased men's families and remain in contact with them as the investigation unfolds. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. The toxicology report would determine if there's any substances, including alcohol or drugs, were found in the 3 men's system at the time of the death. I'm just like, any records associated with the case to include any toxicology reports or medical examiner.
He looks like he'd die out in the snow. He looks like he'd make it, and he looks like you couldn't kill him with snow.
Yeah, I don't really understand
Impervious to snow.
I really don't understand that. So it's usually typical for the family to be notified of toxicology results before they are released to the public. However, the presence of these drugs in the men's system doesn't mean that they caused their death. Wait, motherfuckers. Sorry, you were going to say something? Go ahead.
Oh, vasodilation caused by alcohol provides a sensation of warmth, but also increases heat loss through radiation. So, it does make you warmer, and here's why that's a bad thing. You lose your heat faster. You need to keep your heat inside.
Taking all your heat.
You're taking all your heat out
You're
all
literally
at once.
burning all your fuel.
You're burning all your fuel.
Oh, fuck.
So, no whiskey on the cold walk home.
This news article is just literally fucking idiotic. They left out a portion of.
They just say drugs too. They don't.
Well, it says that. Yeah,
including alcohol and drugs. You got to tell us what drugs, you know.
When it didn't even say, there wasn't even like a proper paragraph that was like
maybe
they had a toxicology.
Maybe they were
report
really
that was
like
not...
trying to caretake. Maybe it was ketamine, but they were doing the decent
right.
thing.
Absolutely,
instead of pulling a freaking.
The question now is whether they died of an overdose or hypothermia. You can't tell from the released information what the units are. Baden said on Thursday evening. It indicates they took the drugs and indicates that they didn't die of just being in the snow. They likely died after taking drugs and the low level of drugs that makes them high. One normally sleeps off. Fuck this news article. I hate this person ever. Sarah Rumpf-Witten.
Ooh, that's a bad name too.
Fuck you,
Rumpf-Witten.
I'm sorry to be so crass, folks, but I hate poorly written news articles because I can't give you the news that you want.
Me too. What do we got here? I mean, yeah. Okay. No, I'm gonna make up a news article.
You're gonna make up a news article? Okay.
I'm gonna make up a news article about. Yeah. This guy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they can't see it yet. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Making up a news article about this guy. I've got one too.
Okay, so in tragic romance gone wrong, young Calvin Behoff kills both parts of his lover triangle with a pitchfork while just trying to do a cool party trick. Reporters report that investigators have investigated and found that Calvin Behoff under the influence of...
What are you doing? Come on. What
under the influence of whippets, and during a celebration of a victory in the well-known online game League of Legends, attempted to use a pitchfork to do a victory dance. Unfortunately, the right prong of the... They wouldn't say unfortunately.
Well, they wouldn't say the guy's name in the title either.
Police state that the pitchfork was caught in his what do you call sister wife's Samantha's left eye socket, which then twirled it into Jessica's left eye socket, instantly killing both victims. Behoff has been remanded to custody, but is distantly related to Stephen Hawking, and so will probably just be sent to Epstein Island. Your turn.
Okay, I thought we were doing titles. I don't know if I can do a whole news story, but something like...
Yeah, maybe titles is better.
Yeah.
Titles are better.
Local...
I like titles.
Okay.
Fuck all that shit. That was awful.
No, that's good. That's good.
Thank you.
It's a good effort. You really were like... You were wheeling and dealing. Like, you were out there with, like, a fucking 2 machetes. Local teen who started a... student-led coalition for circumcision awareness finds out he mistakenly is actually not circumcised.
Ooh, okay.
You know?
Okay. I've got another. Local teen who ran a marmot trafficking ring suspended for drug use. You see, it takes you one direction and it leads you to another.
Okay.
You think they get him for the marmot trafficking, but they don't.
So maybe, like, with the bit, we could act, because, you know, like, we love to show...
Hang dick.
We love to hang dick. We love to show our dick, baby. And we're about to do that.
We're about to do that.
It has to be minute 69.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's an hour and 10 minutes?
Hey! Oh, I never thought about that.
Come on.
We almost
70
always
minutes
end on
straight.
minute 69.
Yeah.
That was accidental.
That was not
too.
real. That was we did not try to do that.
It is real, but it was an accident.
It is real. So what if we started our news segment like a little bit differently, or like, you know, we made headlines up based on the photo, but then we also just had the photo and read the headlines, the real headlines. So like you can't tell which ones are fake. So like we would just, you know.
Okay.
But we'd have the problem is we
have to have a
face shot. Yeah. And most of these I guess a lot of them do have a face shot. So it could be a bit. It doesn't have to be our whole thing, but it could be a bit.
Okay.
For instance.
Okay.
But maybe just guessing if they're a rapist, or guessing what the title is funnier. Yeah.
I like both. I think both.
It's just a lot of like weird production things that have to happen. So it's just like
the
folks, when we're doing this full time, we'll be able to bring a lot more production value. But you need to like, follow, share, subscribe, and send us $500 on Venmo.
Yeah, $500 on Venmo is the most important thing.
And then we will be.
Then we can afford the guy who puts together the rapist or not.
No, there's a guy, and oh my gosh, he knows rapists. He knows rapists, and he knows not rapists. And we're trying to get in his good graces.
He's good. He's not cheap, but he's good. He's not cheap for a reason.
His name is Rapobot, and I am not even making that up. It's Rapobot.
Rapobot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you think you're kind of like, is it like a rap thing, like Rapobot?
No,
it's a Slovakian.
It's a
name,
Slovakian
Rapobot.
thing. So this guy.
There was a fake. There was a fake. There was like a spam. I had a spam the other day, and it was from a guy named Jargovovich. Jargovovich, and I thought that was really cool. Jargovovich. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think about this guy, and he's staring right at you. That's the problem with him. Or maybe he's not.
And the email from Jargovovich was boom slam 62.
Wait, are you real?
I'm real.
Okay.
I
have no choice but to divert all my attention.
Yeah, Jargovovich at boomslam62.com.
And Tyler loves like interesting you.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do. They pique my interest.
You like sci-fi, so you know you like interesting things like that.
I've got a thin streak of the autism.
Absolutely.
That for some reason just really...
It's one of those. It's like a scallop streak.
It's like a scallop.
Sometimes
streak.
it's bigger and
sometimes
it's
bigger,
smaller.
sometimes it's
Yeah.
smaller. Really has to do with how much ketamine I've done in any given moment.
What was he trying to get you? Oh, this will lead into the gas station story.
Oh yeah, how was he trying
bring
to
us
get
back.
me? What was he trying to get me? What was he trying to get me with? Okay, guys, we're going back to. I'm
Can
just
you
gonna
pull
give
up
him
the
the
email?
memories transition. You know why not? Why not?
That's his idea. I don't like the memories transition. Just so you guys know.
I love the memories transition.
To me, it's a poorly. It's not a good looking transition.
Don't be in there. Clean incognito. Close incognito. There we go.
There he is.
There he is.
Come on.
Jargov. You know what? I'm not gonna be able to find it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not gonna
that's
be able
fine.
to. Jargovovich was trying to sell. I think he was trying to sell like AI virtual assistant or something like that.
But maybe,
Everybody's trying to sell you an AI virtual assistant now. You're like, bitch. Like,
I can just use.
GPT, I've already got GPT.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I mean, I guess I don't know. There might be something there.
I don't know. There's so much bullshit. The world is gonna be unnavigable for us in 30 years. Like, unless we really make an effort. Like, it's so.
I'm gonna be too tired
insane
to make that effort.
I know you're gonna feel different.
I'm too tired today.
You're gonna be like, oh, I'm digitally trans now. Okay, I guess I'm government mandated to be digitally trans. Okay, that's me.
Here we go.
It's fine. I guess.
It's just it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of play.
TikTok. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of play.
But tell the gas station story.
Oh my god! I go down to the gas station. I go up to the gas station. I actually live down by a lake, so I go up to the gas station. You know,
weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex. I guess it was a weird flex, wasn't it?
No.
I mean, I get to.
When you
if you live by a lake, you get to flex that you live by a lake. Okay. If I didn't live by a lake, I wouldn't be able to flex that I lived by a lake. But guess what?
Baby's got a lake view.
Half the year.
Half the year.
Well, I've got a peekaboo view the whole year.
Well, I was talking about your literal baby in your baby's room.
Oh, he does have the best.
Yeah, your baby's got the best view.
Yeah, we give him the best view.
Classy thing to do, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Classy thing to do.
And he's got the only like real finished room in the house too.
Yeah. It's beautiful in there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you just love him so much. You just love him so much. You can't help but take care of him better than you take care of yourself.
Oh, how about that? Isn't that beautiful?
I go up to the gas station because I live by the lake. Peekaboo view. 12 months out of the year.
Step outside.
Full view.
There
6 months out of the year. I head up to the gas station. I'm heading up. Gonna go pick up a couple brewskis. This is way back when TT used to drink. A couple brewskis here.
Back in the before time.
Back in the before times.
In the scary period, the Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages. And
the Dark Ages Renaissance 3.
And the attendant is frantic, feverish. Like that. She's running out of the fucking door. All the lights are on. She locks the door, and I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody just got shot. Something. Is she a rapist? Isn't she a rapist? I don't know. And I'm like, oh my god, do you need help? Is everything okay? Can I help? And she's like, no, I gotta go. And I'm like, okay, well, but wait, really quick, could you just sell me a little bit of beer really quick? Just like super quick.
Oh, you actually asked?
No, I didn't ask that.
Oh, okay.
I did go down to another gas station and get beer because I
like, it's fucking crazy. Are you too?
Are you really?
Wow,
damn.
yeah.
But I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna get the scoop on this. This is a little bit of a blue balls here. I'm pretty excited now. I'm just gonna go get my beer and go.
There's
home.
a frenzy happening. I want to know what's
the
context is.
When there's a frenzy happening, you want to know. You're
that's
like, am I safe? Am I safe?
That's one of the beautiful things about being a human is when there's a frenzy happening. Sometimes all those barriers will break down.
Yeah.
And you can just be real, motherfuckers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I once watched a fucking 19-minute video of a camcorder walking around on the day of 9/11. And everybody was a real one on the day of 9/11. And some motherfuckers happened to have a camcorder. And you saw the second building go down. And then all the dust. And then like the shit went black for a second. And he came back. It's amazing. It's amazing. Look this up. It's on YouTube. Wow. But everybody was a real motherfucker that day. Yeah. And that's the nice thing about a frenzy.
That is the nice thing about a frenzy. Does it take 6,000 human lives to get to a frenzy sometimes?
No. 6,000 people did not die on 9/11.
I think you're about to be like...
How many people...
I think you're about to be sadly mistaken.
Wait, are you serious?
I think so, yeah. I think so. Oh,
3,000. Okay, 3,000. Yeah.
How did I get 6,000? I just doubled it.
You're thinking 6 million.
I was thinking 6 million. I wasn't I?
You may have been.
But I get the blue balls. I'm like, oh gosh. So the next day, because my whole routine was I would go up and I get my 6-pack of Coors Light, and
just trying to get back to him.
Just trying to get back to him. So I go back up. I need my 6-pack anyways, but I'm intrigued. I really want to know what's. So hey, what happened last night? It turns out that somebody had called the business with deep intel. So the owner had called the business and said, I need you to, one of the owners had called and said the other owner, is incapacitated, they're somebody's, kidnapping them. They need fucking all the money in the safe right now. You need to go down to the crypto exchange down in Silverdale. You need to take care of this. You need to get all the money in the safe and you need to transfer it to this account right now, or they're going to kill Jimmy. We're going to call him Jimmy.
God, that's such a brilliant move.
It's a really good move. And the nice thing is they had info on the safe. They had info on the people that worked there, the names of the owners, the whole thing. And that's the beauty of a good con.
Is you have intel.
You've got intel and you know how to
sell.
You know how to sell. You know how to get people to skip steps in the verification process. It's like if you can legitimately create fear or greed.
Or urgency.
Yeah. Like, if you can create the sense of urgency that allows you to skip, the normal 7 verification steps that a human computer goes through before they fucking accidentally rob their own store's safe and deliver it to somebody via a fucking crypto ATM.
That's insane.
And you can just get somebody to rob their fucking safe and deliver it to a crypto ATM.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly,
it's a perfect crime.
It is!
It's a perfect crime.
It's not quite victimless, but it's pretty close.
I mean, if you're a gas station owner, are you a good person? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I feel like the answer is
no.
Typically no.
It's just no, right?
Yeah, it's typically no.
So, I don't know.
If any of you viewers out there are gas station owners, fuck off.
Honestly,
get off
I
here.
knew one gas station. He was his family owned the gas station. And
you talking about Dinesh?
No, not Dinesh. His name was.
You knew Ganesh too, so you know
I do Dinesh. I thought it was Dinesh. It's Ganesh?
Dinesh.
Oh yeah.
Dinesh.
Yeah.
I was saying Dinesh.
I think, folks.
Not today.
Okay. So no, his name was Farhan, and he was a fucking prick. Yeah.
Ooh, I like the name Farhan.
He wasn't a prick, but he was a selfish little rich boy, is what he was.
Okay.
He was a grown man-child rich boy, and he was cool, but he wasn't real. And
I kind of love that everybody gets a gas station. Like if you're
no, that was basically
you have a lot of kids. Were they Indian?
I think
or Chinese.
He wasn't. I think he was like Middle Eastern.
Oh, okay, sure, okay. Yeah. I guess that's so. Over here, I have found, and this is just what I have found.
Indian and Middle Eastern are not the same. If that's what you're about to say.
No.
Okay.
No. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
I just over in the county that I live in. Okay. And I think this is not true for Seattle. In Seattle, I think the Middle Eastern population of gas station owners is it's up there. It's up there, I think.
Yeah.
It's up there. But over here,
poor whites.
It's typically
trashy whites.
No. It's typically Indian folk or Chinese folk.
So Indian folk are hard in the 7-Eleven game, which is
heavily invested. Yeah.
So that's obvious. But gas stations in general over here, I've seen Chinese, which is weird. At this one down here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, over the
yeah. It used to be white, now it's Chinese, and then some of the white people work there, and it just feels sweatshoppy. They took away the hot food.
They took away the hot food.
They were like, no hot food.
No hot food. Well, and there is something. The guy is always like you've got this 24-year-old weeb pasty white attendant, and then you just have this 65-year-old Asian man, here's their head and shoulder. You're trying to buy a fucking Red Bull, and the fucking oh, I'm out of camera. I'm out of shot. He's just like this.
Absolutely.
He's just fucking watching
it's
like
a problem.
hawk.
It is a problem.
And
although one time I did leave my wallet there, and somebody messaged me on Facebook, found me from my ID, and was like, "Yo, got your wallet, bro."
I take it all back.
Yeah.
I take it all back.
Yeah, he was maybe the weeb.
He's watching for the wallets.
He's the wallet watcher. I like that.
The wallet watcher.
Someone's shitty superhero ability. I know when any wallet has been lost, and I can return it wrong address doesn't
I mean,
matter.
that is a shitty superpower, but it also, like, if you start dealing with rich people, you get money.
That's true.
Know?
I was really fucking...
If you're dealing with rich people and you give their wallet... Oh, it was a wad of money.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get money from rich people when you give them their money back,
So
right?
I worked as a valet, and there was my fellow valet, and he was parking a car, and he, like... And granted, like, I know secrets about this guy, so, like, I know he's not the most innocent person, so...
He's no innocent Ethan.
He's no innocent Ethan. He fucking found an envelope of money underneath the seat, and it had, like... I think he said there's like $5,000. I think he said the specific amount. Yeah. I think he counted it and said the specific amount of money and there's in there. And then he was telling me about it, and I was just like, oh yeah, I don't know. And then the guy came out and he kind of tried to like work in like a attaboy moment where he was like, oh hey, I was just moving your seat back and I noticed this, and I thought like maybe you didn't want it to be left. Like I kept it up here so it was safe. I just would hate if that.
How did he react? How did the guy
not
react?
Fucking cool. And like,
yeah,
I think part of the problem was for me, I was younger, so I still kind of didn't know some life stuff, and I just was kind of like, oh okay, like I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm neutral on that.
It's like if you fucking kick someone's front door in with an assault rifle and go open their safe, and then you're like, hey, I found these gems in your Social Security card and $100,000 in cash.
Absolutely.
Do you want it back, or can I just leave with it?
No, straight up.
I'll probably just leave with it.
And the guy just like he looked at it, like looked at him, looked at it. I don't like. He didn't count it, but he kind of like inspected it, and then he just like walked off. He was like, thank you, and then walked off. Yeah. And at that point, I was kind of like, whoa, that was kind of a weird. Why was he like upset? Like, I didn't. And then the guy was like, my fellow valet was like, fucking didn't tip us. What the fuck? Like, you trying to help? Because he was one of those guys that like, not only was he like, he would kind of like bullshit a little bit. Yeah. Like he would kind of almost like lie. I'm sorry, Tim, if you're watching. We all have faults, but
Tim, we love you.
He would kind of would lie to himself in certain situations.
It just feels like Tim was gonna rob him and then didn't. It just feels like Tim was gonna rob him and then didn't. And maybe I should stop saying his name.
No, I know it's you brought up you were firing shots earlier. We've doxed a lot of people.
We've doxed a lot of people today. We've lost a lot of loved ones.
This is the nihilism podcast.
This is the nihilism.
Don't look any of these people up. Don't do any weird.
Don't look any of them in the eyes. Don't fucking look them in the eyes.
Do not look them in the eyes. Do not look them in the eyes. Folks, we're trying to write music. We're writing music. We're going to do that after this is over.
We're going to do that
How do you feel about how it's going? I feel pretty good, but I am a little demoralized, and I'll tell you why after you tell me how you feel. But maybe that affects how you feel.
I mean, I feel fine.
Yeah.
I feel fine.
Okay. Yeah.
I tapped into Nihilist TT like 35% of the time, and was decent 30% of the time, and was kind of dog shit the other 35% of the time.
Into this?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
you're good.
Spiritually, I was dog shit.
I feel like you're always spiritually dog shit, but that's what we love about you.
That's why
we love that stank, baby.
That's why we call you
DS. Oh. SDOC, exactly.
That's why I call you SDS. Did you not know that? Did you not know that?
Did you not realize that? You thought that was cool?
Behind the acronym, an expose.
Okay. I don't know how I can tell this story without telling too much about my work, but
okay.
I work in a place.
Okay.
And
you don't say.
I work in a place, and there are refrigerators, and there are.
Somebody guess where he works right now.
What kind
of place do you think?
There's refrigerators and there's washers and dryers that are running. Okay. And there was a situation where a washer and dryer that was recently installed, like brand new, it started leaking from the fucking supply line, water.
That's happened to me in this house.
Okay, so it's fucked. Because then you're like, that's horrible. How long has that been happening?
It was really fucked for me because it was a slow leak. And dude, do you want to know how we found out?
Water bill?
No, the fucking hallway. The hallway, remember there used to be carpet in the hallway?
Oh, it was wet?
It just kept getting wet. over and over and over again, and we didn't know. So it was at least like a month or 2 months.
And did you have a sneaking suspicion? You were like,
well, it started to smell. It started to smell like musty and moldy, and we had to fucking. It was awful. Dude. It was awful, and the smell never went all the way away until we replaced the floor. Yeah. It was great.
Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Sorry.
I remember you replaced your. Maybe we somehow skipped that. I don't know, because I just remember you replacing your floor like quickly.
No.
Like I came over and I was like, okay, the floor.
Oh yeah, well I had the cats. My cats went bad.
Yeah.
My cats went bad on me. My cats both had thrombal strokes.
Yeah.
And when they have, so here's a thrombus. You know, a human I think maybe has an equivalent, but a oh no, sorry, a thrombus is a stroke. Your saddle is right here. This is your saddle as a cat. This is your saddle. And this is my thrombus. This is your saddle, and a thrombus is a clot, a blood clot. And so if you get a saddle thrombus, you lose the ability to monitor and operate your genitals. So you just kind of start pissing and shitting.
Yeah.
And so that happened.
It was like a slime trail. Not
slime
really,
trail,
but it did
not
get
quite
fucked
that
sometimes.
bad, but it was pretty rough. But we did that, and you're like, we did that, and then we had to. There's piss and shit was getting everywhere. We had to tear all the carpets out. So it was a very quick decision. It was like, I was basically there was a night, Jeff, where I took all the cardboard that we had in our recycling and made a pathway to all of the rooms in our house. And that was the night I decided tomorrow I'm tearing the carpet out.
Wow. Yeah. That's a real man move. You know, you're a man with a family and a house. That's a good.
It only took a trail of cardboard. It only took it looking like a literal fucking homeless camp.
Yeah,
but like a nicer homeless
camp.
And
but here's the thing.
Only has dirt
one,
walkways.
you've always wanted to be homeless, and two, you would thrive at it, and you'd be a homeless king.
Thank you. Thank you.
So for you to, I know that you didn't fucking hate the cardboard. You hated what it represented.
Yes.
But you didn't hate the cardboard physically.
I did.
You didn't hate what was happening. You hated the spirit. Yeah.
The spirit of what was happening.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that's fair.
So really quick,
appraisal.
Before you SS the fuck out of me. Great story though. Thank you. Valiant SS. That's it. If an SS is real, it's a valiant move because we're trying to be as entertaining as possible.
We gotta keep it flowing.
Come on.
Juice.
This motherfucker was in.
I did SS the shit out of you.
Yeah, this motherfucker was tight. He was tightening something. I don't even need to say what it was. He was tightening something, and they sent 3 fucking guys to do two guys' job, and he was having a hard time tightening something, and the other guy was like, "Come on, vice grips, you can't do that." And then I was like
that.
I gotta ask. Is that his nickname? You call him Vice Grips? And he was like, oh, yeah, this guy's got iron strength. He can tighten a washer supply line, like, down, like, without a cinch, won't even leak. And not fucking 1 month earlier, horrific water damage because of a supply line. And I was like...
This is too relevant.
I was like, no, he's the guy that was there.
Yeah.
Vice Grips is literally the guy.
The one who did it.
Vice Grips is literally the one who did it.
Oh my god. It's like when the universe is kind of like Google Ads, you know?
Yes.
When the universe is kind of like Google
absolutely,
Ads. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The universe is listening all the time. Just
no, that
like
should
Facebook
be like in a
Google
movie
Ads.
or like in a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I also just like, come on, Vice
Come on,
Grips.
No, I felt like...
Come on, Vice Grips.
Isn't it nice to be like 24 and like...
Have a nickname?
Having a nick... Well, because the guy that was Vice Grips was probably like 29.
Dahmer.
I liked Dahmer better than Monkey Tits.
I forgot about that.
I was on a fishing boat and the captain, who was fatter than me, by the way, and back then I wasn't even that fat.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't even that fat. Like,
yeah,
he just fucked me up. He was like 300 pounds. I was like 230.
Yeah.
Like no, I know he was like 400 pounds. He was like 400 pounds. Yeah.
That's the one thing that you don't think about when you see like a really fat person. You're like, they're gonna have trouble swimming, but it's actually not the case. They're actually.
Yeah. No, they're buoyant. They're buoyant as a motherfucker. Buoyant. Well, folks, we're getting down to the wire here, but we love you. Do us a little favor. send a shout out, send a share.
Hire someone to kill me in my sleep in the next 7 days. Do me a huge fucking solid and hire someone to kill me in my fucking sleep sometime in the next 7 days.
Oh my gosh.
We love you. We just hate being alive.
Yeah, it's exhausting. If you feel exhausted, just
hire someone to kill us in our sleep within the next 7 days. If you feel exhausted,
take a bath, watch one of the live streams. We love you guys.
We love you.
And good night.